All right, what is up? We got the boys in the house. The seventh fastest high school girls relay team in the state of Wisconsin is represented today. That can only mean one thing. We got Bracken Crocker. Bracken, did you get any sleep this weekend, or are you just like still smelling like gasoline and grit?
I got a lot of sleep this weekend. We were in Europe last week, so I'm on a different time schedule right now. So I'm falling asleep really early and waking up early.
So karting season does not start this past weekend.
It did. We got back 3 days before karting kicked off.
All right, and then you just went right into it.
Right in.
A lot of karting. What's the drink of choice when you're out there working the rig?
Me?
Oh yeah.
Monster, body armor, and a gallon jug of water.
What color Monster?
Anything mango related.
Okay, so you're not, even though you are the white monster on the track, you're not drinking the white monsters in the pit.
That might be the last one I choose.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But anything Busch seems to be pretty popular out there.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And he's getting ready to go to Poland. This dude and his partner are talking so much smack that I heard that's the real reason why Jeremy McConnell isn't going anymore, because he didn't want any piece of Raw Debo. That's right. We got Dawson Miller on the pod. Dawson, how we doing?
Yeah, Jeremy, he doesn't have a bodyguard with him. His partner's a little smaller in stature, so Debo and I would have just been an intimidation factor. So I can see why he pulled out. Makes sense.
A lot of people saying that people don't want to see Raw Debo on the track. I mean, this is our version of an LCQ. We might be throwing some bows, obviously off camera. We wouldn't want it to get caught and anyone get tattled on. And then this dude's haircut is still looking fresh. He's going to the left. Jack Bauer calling in from Colorado Springs. Jack, how we doing today?
A little tired, did a lot over the weekend, but as someone who's done a few international trips in the past year, I know what Bracken's going through with that time zone change, and Dawson, get ready for it when you come back from Poland.
Yeah, I feel
where
like
I was.
the travel back is easier, but then the aftermath is harder, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like the travel there is harder, the aftermath is not as bad. The travel back, it's just like, all right, I'm just up for 16 hours, no big deal. But then you have 48 hours of just torture.
Dawson, I was in Poland. Flew in to the same airport. I assume you're flying. I did some recon for you. Just
Is your sister still hooping?
Season just ended.
Is she getting but I mean, like,
Oh yeah,
metaphorically, she's still hooping. Is she balling?
She's playing in Poland this year. Actually, that's why we were over there. But
all right, so you did recon for Dawson.
Little recon for Dawson. As Team Raw Debo over there, already there to be bullies, I wouldn't push it too hard. The culture is a little different. While you're walking, there's no eye contact. People do not get out of your way at all. So if you guys come through with your American bluster, you're going to be causing some bigger issues than usual.
Well, yeah, and it doesn't help that Debo is trying to go all he's big America. He has these huge USA headbands he wants to wear. So I don't think I will be sporting one, but he is going to stick out there. Let's say
if you're not a patriot, you're not a patriot. We can't do anything about that. But
Yeah.
just know that Raw Debo is going to have even bigger ripple effects than usual in this culture.
It's a lot of beef. A lot of USDA prime certified Angus coming down the track. You better watch out for them boys. And the Triangle boys are there too. So I mean, we got a lot of beef on that track. Some heavier than others. All right. We had some racing this weekend, but before we did, anybody locked in on that BPN Ultra? Or do you all subscribe to the Dawson Miller narrative that those who can't run fast run far?
As a middle distance runner, I think Bracken agrees with me that there needs to be a stricter time cap on the time you get allowed to run the distance in, and that would make it so much more enjoyable to watch. Put some skill in there, and I'd tune in.
As a former middle distance runner who is now dabbled in ultras, I can completely confirm that those who can't run fast run long. I'm taking that route. That is a real thing.
Do you find it even mildly impressive?
100%. There's a lot of really impressive things.
Running ability, not one of the impressive things.
It's a
Grit,
grit
determination,
competition.
mental toughness, mental fortitude, being able to put your body to the limit, yes. Skillful running, no.
It would change the competition if there was some sort of reward system for completing the loop faster.
Yes,
If
exactly.
you had to then because there's no strategy about that now, like, everyone knows don't run it too fast. But if there were a reason to, that would shake it up. Right now, it's a sleep deprivation and time on feet.
Well, there is a little bit of a reason to, right? Because like I've seen like Kendall, who's still in it right now and was one of the finalists or the co-winners last year. There was pictures of him, even if it was for like 8 minutes, laid out on a cot with like earmuffs on and, you know, blacked out. I mean, they're sleeping a little bit. I mean, well, if you can call it sleep. So
Make
light REM.
it once you get past the first day, make it an elimination. So one person is eliminated every single lap. So
Yep.
you have the suffering for a day, and then you bring a skill component into it.
Devil take the hindmost.
I was like, it's that track race where you get picked off, you're out, and then you just keep going.
Grindfest. You ever heard of
Grindfest.
Grindfest?
I'm going back. I'm going back next year. BK, you wanna train and run Grindfest with me next year?
I will time you.
Not helpful. Okay. All right. We had some racing this weekend all across the world, but primarily in APAC. This past weekend was all about the APAC region. Up first, we had HYROX Wuhan. Your oh man, the names are all in Chinese. So I Jack, I'm not even gonna
Yeah, you are.
try. No, I'm not, because I'm going to get canceled. Your top 5 times were 65-14, 66-01,
That is so
66-04,
bad. Your best
60
times.
66-23.
Why are we even recapping?
We're not. I didn't
This isn't
realize that they
helping
were all
anyone.
gonna
Go to the website.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that they were all gonna be I mean, I'll go to the website.
Chime
I
in
don't
the
think it's gonna
comments
I'm
what you
let's
think
send-
about match review.
I don't think
Send
it's gonna
the listeners to the website. Let's draft.
Yeah. But on the women's side, Tanya Strohschneider just tearing up Asia, securing another win, 64-11 and 125 points. You're going to see Tanya in a lot of Elite 15 races next year. And then we had Sarah Gondola, 65-25. And then that is the last of the names. I mean, look, I don't need to get canceled for trying to do a name that is going to just come out absolutely butchered. We move on. We also had a race in India, HYROX Bangalore. Your top 5 men, David Kelly with the 59-47, Aiden Dwyer 64-57, Kareem Higazi 67-06, Albin Hadza 67-40, and Julian Prier 68 flat. On the
Well,
women,
if we do the calculations, does second place meet the 10%? Or do they not get the points there? Is it cutting it pretty close?
59 minutes and then 64-57. What is it, Jack? 12.5%?
That's cutting it pretty close. That's about you said 65 for 60?
64-57 versus 59-47.
So 5
nah,
minutes, 5 minutes on
it's
an
like
hour. Yeah.
8.5, 9%. So
But close.
Yeah.
They snuck in there. And then on the women's side, Nadine Wakefield, the 77-04, Helene Fidel, 82-08, Sanjana George, 85-49. That was your top 3. And then we had down under the final regional of the weekend. That's right. We had the APAC Major, not without controversy. Your top 5 finishers, James Kelly with the 55-25, Dexter Buchanan taking a qualifying spot with the 57-12, Jonathan Wynn 57-33, Greg Lewis with the 57-51, and Matt Slee 58-05. Not a ton of controversy, but a little bit. Lee Tuck left the skier early, and he was DQ'd out of this race. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Lee. Who was it? I'm sorry, Lee did finish. Dawson
Luke
Penny.
Penny.
Luke Penny. That's right. Luke Penny. My apologies to Lee Tuck. That is my fault. We need more caffeine. Bracken asked me before the episode started if we're okay. I think the early indications 10 minutes into this episode prove that no, I am not. So we need to work on that. Gentlemen, thoughts on this race? This is now the second race in a row where we have seen JK be more than happy to run his race and then just absolutely assert his dominance in the final quarter of the race and win by, in this race, even despite the fact that he was behind all the way up until the lunges, he wound up winning by almost 2 minutes. It wound up being a very comfortable win for him overall.
This is intriguing to see because he's really the first athlete I can think of who's gone backwards in strategy. Almost everyone else starts somewhat conservative, and throughout their HYROX career, as they get closer to the top, they start taking more risks, and they kind of find the balance at the far end where he's just moved backwards. He was the person who used to take it out super hot. It's an interesting strategy. It's super effective against people who can't lunge and wall ball at an elite level. So the question is, does he have a backup plan for Worlds? And if not, is this a kind of a harbinger of things to come, or is this a false vote of confidence for how well this can work at the end of a Worlds race? Like, are Tim, Hunter, Alex, are they going to come back like this, or is it just going to be a bridge too far for him?
I almost think he was kind of forced into this strategy. I mean, he's not a big sled guy, and the sleds being slightly more difficult, I feel, this year than they were in the past. If you have a fast sled day, I don't think he's going to go out conservatively. But
Mm.
this strategy works with the slightly slower sleds and him not being a larger individual who's not dominant on the sleds like some of his competitors near the top, Ronk and Hunter and many others. Hide even on the pole recently. So I think it's more just his ability on the sled determines his strategy versus I mean, it probably is a choice that he's going out more conservatively, but I think it's really just playing to his strengths overall.
Yeah, and if you listen to his post-race interview, he said that that was not his intention. He was gonna go out fast. So I think Dawson has a really good point. He got caught up. If he was trying to go fast, he clearly met a point where he had to go slow. That was on the sleds. And then Dexter was just running really well for most of the race. So he eventually caught up. And Bracken was the first person that I heard use this term, but he can weaponize his lunges and wall balls now. And you don't want him near you at the end of the race. But just like Matt said, once the competition is a little bit better, he might not be able to do that because they'll be in a position so far ahead where even if he's able to weaponize those two stations, you just can't close the gap against world class competition. So I do think that yes, it might be what he does at World Championship, but it might not be the best idea to do that.
Well, he beat Rich using it in Phoenix,
Yeah,
so
and he was
if
only
that's
20
world-class
seconds.
competition.
And he was only 20 seconds behind Ronk, is how he finished. So the one thing that I wonder is the times in this race weren't particularly fast, um, excluding JK. Now, I believe it's like the tail end of Australian summer. I believe it's still pretty hot and humid down there, and I think they talked about that on the broadcast. The sleds did not move particularly well. I wouldn't say they were, like, necessarily very slow, but they definitely were not like, we've seen, like, athletes move them. And there are some good athletes in this, some strong athletes in this race on sleds in particular, including John Wynn, who um, is probably one of the best sled pull athletes in the sport, and it was not one of the faster times. So
Mhm.
I think taking that into consideration, I think my thought is like if if JK, based on the last two races we've seen him do this, if he is within a minute of of the win, definitely within a minute or a minute and a half of the podium coming into lunges, he's not out of it. I mean, what we see, he was a minute 10 back going into lunges, I think, at Phoenix. It was somewhere right around there. I mean, we wound up 20 seconds behind Ronk. So who knows? Now he's not going to he is not going to Warsaw this weekend. So he's got 2 months to get trained. And I think it's like you said, Bracken, I think it's interesting because we don't see people finish this way. I mean, last year it literally came down to the wall balls of, Tim was taking quote unquote strategic breaks and doing, a handful at a time. And, JK has proven that he can do this and go unbroken. And that is something to be noted.
The interesting thing about this strategy is that when he did it in Phoenix, he cut down on his runs. He came off now runs, who cares what the times are, but he came off the pole at 4:02, and then his next run was 3:51, then 4 flat, then 3:52, then 3:44. Whereas this last weekend, he got notably slower. He came off the pole at 3:54, then his next run was 4:12, 4:10, 4:01, 4:12. So he cut down on the stations. He actually lunged what? He was about
Well, those
4
run
seconds
splits
faster on
lie.
the run on the lunge, but then he was 7 seconds faster on the wall ball, but it was a net slower finish to this one. It was just the competition he was closing on. But I think what it highlights is that when you save and close, if you are a little bit off, it just isn't the weapon anymore. So I believe he can win a world championship off of this, but he's going to have to get it really right and close crazy hard, both on the run and the stations. He can't afford to not have his run there, which the numbers say the run wasn't quite there at the end of this one.
I think Dawson will probably agree, but I think the run splits were a little funky in Phoenix. So you can't really be like, oh, he slowed down because the layout was a little different.
Well, yeah, but his total runtime was, to PK's point, was 47 seconds slower than Brisbane. So even though we can't compare the run to run, the overall runtime was slower.
And I'm saying that he negative split in Phoenix from sled pull on, and he got slower from sled pull on this past weekend. So anyway, just when you're a closer, if your close is slightly off, the win's gone. It's gonna make it fun to watch because last year we didn't really have this.
And it's also, one thing I think is worth noting, and Hunter talked about this, I think, after his Miami race, that his goal was to go in and blast everything to figure out where his weaknesses were, and then he was going to train those into Worlds. Now, again, if there's always an element of deception, so hard to say if that's actually what he's going to do. But from JK's perspective, he probably knew that as long as he ran 97, 98% of what he was capable of, that he was probably going to walk away with the win. It also didn't cost him anything because he's already qualified. So, maybe the goal was to go out and try some things and see what works and what doesn't. And now he gets to go back into the lab for 2 months and get a pretty long training block to execute things. I think my point is we left him off the top 5 rankings, but I think after watching the last two races, that might have been a mistake.
I didn't leave him off it. I wouldn't have done that.
And
no doubt.
Matt, I looked it up. 74 seconds down behind Alex entering lunges, and he ended up finishing 23 seconds.
Yeah, so a minute 14 down. So yeah, I mean,
over 50 seconds that he could make up on the reigning world champion in the same race. So yeah, you're right. Like he's within a minute, still podium.
That's that'll be interesting to see. And then on the women's,
Before we move on, can we just say that Dexter Buchanan put a scare into everyone? He looked really, really good for 7/8 of that race.
Definitely. That's exactly what I was thinking watching that. I'm like, James Kelly's in this race and there's a lot of money on the line. He's not just going to let Dexter win. And obviously with the experience and a little better fitness, he pulled it off at the end, but Dexter was super impressive.
He's not going to get 15th at Worlds.
No, and he gave away like a minute 50 on the last run in station combined. So he made it really, really far into that race.
Yeah. You always wonder, like, he came in so far ahead of everybody else, although Wynn almost caught him. I think he came down to like 6 wall balls, which was I mean, pretty impressive finish by Wynn, but
A lot of no reps too.
a lot of no reps. But yeah, I mean, hats off to Dexter. He's a full time working athlete going after this, just like Raw Debo, and he stuck himself in it. Very impressive to watch. And also, I mean, I think another impressive performance for me was Matt Slee. Um, I mean, again, John Wynn was in this race, and John Wynn is a staple in the Elite 15 scene, and they were right there going blow for blow with, to your point, Jack, with JK and John Wynn. I think for both of them, it kind of fell apart in the wall balls, but who hasn't just absolutely blown up in the wall balls? You know, we've all been there. We've all been there. And then on the women's side, your top five: Calypso Sheridan, 60-33. Gabrielle Nakora Baker, 61-07. Jess Petro, 61-59. Anna Bromley, 63-15. And then Connie Stevenson with a 64-22. This was a great race. All the way around. I think we now have, keep me honest because I don't want to mess this up, but I believe that is now 3 women from the APAC region will now be, or 4 women actually from the APAC region will be representing at Worlds. We've got Joanna, we've got Jess Petro, we've got Gabrielle Nakora Baker, and now Calypso Sheridan. So the APAC women are coming on strong. I mean, that is going to be, I'm not great at math, so keep me honest, but that's like 28%, 30% of the field is coming out of Oz. No, that's worse. You're right. That's bad. Terrible at math. No, it's like right at 25%.
But it's 26.6. So
Okay, so I was, hit the over. Thoughts on Calypso Sheridan, gentlemen?
she was dominant. That was super impressive. And I mean, she just beat a woman who got 5th at the last major, or Gabrielle, when she was in Phoenix, she got 5th in that major. So to beat her by 30 seconds and essentially was just on camera the entire time, I was super impressed.
She looked good doing it. It just had that back half looked competent and strong the whole way through. She passed the visual test on this one.
Anybody who can do a cartwheel after 100 wall balls, I'll applaud.
Yeah, that's unreal.
I just
Question for the
applauded her doing a
panel:
cartwheel.
did we not give enough consideration to swimming in our last bracket? How many of the Elite 15 athletes have swimming backgrounds, Jack?
The women,
More than cross country skiing, I guess. So maybe we were wrong.
It could be correlation, could be causation.
Yeah.
But it's real right now.
I mean, to Jack's point, could just be we have more swimmers than cross country skiers, but I mean, the swimmers are dominating right now.
Yeah.
So, great race. I mean, I think she is firmly now. Let me look. How many of these races in a row has she dropped? Yeah, I mean, Taipei 60-03, 60-33 here. Going back to Melbourne. I mean, she's firmly in these low 60s. And she's still pretty young. She's gonna be the next person to break that sub 60 barrier. So great race all the way around. Hats off to the APAC women. There's a very strong chance that that's where we get the world champion out of this year, and I would bet that the top 10 is going to be littered with women out of the APAC region. So
And get used to seeing Calypso because she has 3 wins previous to this, and now she got a regional championship. She's going to have a lot of points going into next season as well.
a lot of points. Lot of points. All right, I'm going to get the wheel of names going. Jack is going to put the finishing touches. I'm sure he already did.
I'm ready.
All right, Jack is ready. I am ready. Let's do this. Gotta share the old screen. All right, you guys got me?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. Jack, what pick you taking?
I'm taking number 1.
Jack's taking the first pick. While we're doing this, reminder, we do cross-country scoring. Dawson, which pick are you taking?
I'm gonna have to go 4 again and just choose better this time.
We will
Yeah, you
pick
better.
we will pick 7 athletes, 3 men, 3 women, and 1 wild card. I will take the 2. Top 5 score.
Oh, this is gonna make my win so much sweeter.
Bracken will take the 3.
3
I don't
all
know if
for
I have
me.
I don't know if I have ever had the number 1 overall pick. So this is
A lot of
special.
pressure, Jack.
Not a lot of pressure. This is Joanna Wetrick. Not even worth discussing why. Although we're about to. She's won 3 straight majors, second place at Worlds. That chart's going down. She is going to win.
She should.
Can you write her name on the check though?
No, I'm never writing anyone's name on a check ever again.
Yeah, I mean, will she complete the Grand Slam, I think is the question. There's no reason to think that she doesn't, right?
Right now, she's looking like Rafael Nadal on clay. It's pretty hard to beat her.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just look at those times. We're just walking it down all year long. I guess the question would be, if there was a question, can you stay in peak shape? And she has been trending down or trending up, depending on how you want to look at it, all year
Correct.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's trending the correct direction all year long so far. Everybody is due for a bad day eventually, right? I don't know that I would take that bet, but that would be the question.
It just doesn't take much in a HYROX. Doesn't take much. She should win. But this wouldn't be the craziest upset of the year if she loses.
But is her floor higher than everybody else's? Like, even if she doesn't win, she's probably getting second at worst, maybe third. But I think she, out of everyone in the field, male or female, has the highest percent chance of winning the race.
I mean, she hasn't done worse than second. You'd have to go back to her very first elite race, which would have been Amsterdam, right? Where Lauren took first, Meg took second, and she took third.
Yeah, but it's podium at a world.
No, that's my point. No, I'm
Yeah.
supporting your argument. Like that's how long it's been since she's done worse than second place. Good pick. Man, this is really tough. I am on record as saying that as long as this person is on the board, I will always take them. So if there's anyone who's going to beat Joanna, it is going to be Lauren Weeks. I just don't think that I think that some people think that it's a foregone conclusion that to crown Joanna as the best right now, and I don't think we're there yet. I think maybe we'll see after this race. I don't think there'd be an argument, but if there's anyone that's going to run down Joanna and who has been working, and we know that Lauren typically just look at that trend line of her last however many races. This is typically what she does. She starts pretty general in the fall, and then she works to improve that throughout the season. Feel good about this.
I don't think this race has any bearing on who's the best right now. I think it's either already decided that it's Joanna or Worlds will decide it. But I don't think this is the one. I think if Lauren had a trip up race, it would be this one. This race means almost nothing to me in terms of what Lauren does in it. Worlds will be the telling race, but it's even crazier that we're at the point where we're saying that she's not the number 1 pick, and here we are.
All right, BK, don't mess it up in the 3.
Well, whatever happens, Dawson's going to have a really, really good squad. So I am going to go Tim. Tim, to me, is the scariest racer in here right now. Yes, Ronk won the last one, but unless he was coasting at the end, people were taking chunks of time out. I just think that Tim has a gear that maybe other people don't currently. Watch Ronk or Dylan or someone come out and spank him, but, I'm feeling Tim right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this season has been a really since World Championships, it's been a pretty big step forward for Tim. Obviously, there was the Hamburg race where he got 7th. But outside of that, we've kind of seen the last, the story of Tim for the last however many years, really since he's been in the sport, has been up, down, up, down, up, down, right? It's a roller coaster of results throughout the season. And minus that blip when he got 7th in Hamburg, he is right there at the top. And lest we forget, he got that 30-second penalty in London and still almost won.
Mhm.
He could be the reigning regional champion right now.
Yeah.
Instead of 2, he could easily have that 1 and the world record.
Yeah, and that's not to take anything away from Martin, but, like, I mean, Tim looked like the best racer in that race.
Hit it.
Well, and in
Yeah,
my
sorry.
mind, he lost, but set the world
I'm not
record.
okay.
He didn't commit an infraction that gained him time. Like that, he sets the world record that day. There's no question in my mind.
I'm just waiting for all the YouTube comments of people picking up on what BK picked up on, that there's clearly something off with me.
No,
So
you're just tipping your picks. You're picking Martin next. We get it.
Dawson.
Well, I don't know about you, but if you were to tell me that I would get Ronk as the 4th pick, I would tell you that you're wrong. He's my 5th pick. I'm actually going to choose I am going to choose Sinead, even though she is the worst partner, only because when I pick you and you don't finish a race, I cannot pick you again in the exact same spot the next time. You don't get redemption arc with me. You let me down, Lucy. I had faith in you, and you dropped and then ran amazing later on the next week. I just can't, hot and cold, I can't do it. So, although I do think that Lucy is still the better partner, I will be taking Sinead, and then I'll be taking Ronk.
I just have to understand, and it doesn't matter, but what's the justification for Sinead over Ronk?
Because I wanted to say that funny thing at the start.
Oh, fair. Okay.
And
Yep,
wouldn't
that's
it be
that's literally it.
wouldn't it be good to look back at some point where it's like, which athlete have we never picked in the second round? And then I look it up and I'm like, how did Alex finish in the second or get to the
And we
second
Exactly.
won't
round?
remember the long play that was this joke.
Of course, yeah.
Never.
He
What I'm
got
talking about,
Jack to even fill it in already.
I know, that's I was my
He got
gears were
me.
turning early on.
Got him. Dawson
Once
threw the bait
I was
out,
really
Jack took
hoping
it.
that you were gonna give me the Tim Ronk combo, but, that was a dream. But, yeah, I mean, Ronk, I mean, it's a toss-up between him and Tim at this point, but, I just had to take him off the board, and then Sinead, she, obviously just won the regional and had an awesome performance, again, trending downward on the graph over there and really just kinda solidifying herself. Again, with kind of the floor comment of her floor is just gonna be above a lot of people's, good days, so just, just she's becoming dominant in singles as well.
It's hard to argue against any of these picks so far, except Alex being second.
Well, I would argue against it. You left me Vivian Tafuto, who I was going to take instead of Tim.
Oh my god.
Not actually, but I thought I'm only gonna get one of these 2, and you left me Viv. So I'm just I constantly wait for Vivian to come back down, and I don't draft Vivian, and I'm just on the train now. I'm on. I'm a ticket carrying passenger. I'm not getting off this train for the time being, and I can't believe she's still around.
Mm. Shout out Viv. Give me the Irish monster, Sean Noble.
It's confirmed. Matt, something is wrong with Matt, and I think Sean has gotten to his head.
No, he has not gotten to my head.
You haven't been the same since he punked you out in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Listen, I
You're
had
gonna have to
Rod
beat
Deebo.
someone up soon to like regain some sort of confidence or street cred.
I had Rod Deebo there. I wasn't getting punked by anybody. Although Dawson did let me know that he would have let Sean get one swing in before he stepped in.
You gotta
So,
retaliate. You can't be initiator. You gotta let him hit first and then retaliate.
given the fact that Sean used to box, that one hit might have put me under, but
Every Irish lad used to box. That doesn't mean anything.
BK's now also going to get punked next time he sees him.
My
Look,
whoop
I
data
think-
won't look like yours after that confrontation, though. I can tell you that.
I think, look, Sean's gone full time on this. He has looked the part the last few races. He was right there in Phoenix. He was right there in London. A breakthrough is coming. They all want this, so that doesn't mean anything, but it's going to happen. He feels like he's in 52 shape. He's gone full time on this, and I'm getting him as the third male off the board. I mean, I don't think Sean's finishing outside the top 5. I like those odds.
I agree. I was hoping that I would pick him. My combo going in here, having that first pick, I was hoping that I'd get Joanna and Sean, but didn't happen. This is tricky. There are several really good athletes on the board. I think it would probably be foolish to leave Dylan Scott, so I'm going to go Dylan. I mean, he got second place in DC. I know he was dealing with a little bit of the knee injury. Phoenix wasn't his best performance, but then it was his best performance after, taking down Hunter by over a minute on day 3 after a tough major. But he did get second at a major earlier in Hamburg, world champs podium. He's definitely been a roller coaster ride this season, but I'm hoping that since he figured out the international travel in
Has
Hamburg,
he? Look at this season. I mean, look at those results.
That would be the
He's-
world's worst roller coaster.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty flat roller coaster.
there's a drop at the end. Phoenix to
One.
Phoenix.
There's
2
one
1
drop.
3 2 1 12 1 2.
Yeah.
That's just a speed bump.
12.
Woo!
That is a Walmart parking lot.
Hey, I'm picking him second. I'm totally fine with that. But yeah, and Dylan, he obviously traveled over there early. So after that second place in Hamburg, that eliminated the Dylan can't travel internationally, just reputation that he had, and he's going to do fine. This next pick is where I really don't know who I should go with. But it's on European soil. Give me
It's obvious.
Tomasz. I've got to go Tomasz after getting third in London. Look at all those 54, 53 times. Like, he's been crushing it this season. I talked with him in Phoenix. We all know that now he got a little time off from work to go all in on this. And after punching that spot in London, that had to have been such a huge confidence builder for him. So I think he's the right move here.
He certainly looked good. Certainly looked good in that race.
Has anyone else gotten better with age to the extent that Tomasz has?
Rich.
Yeah, but I would even
Maybe.
argue like Rich.
Rich
this
was
is
kind of there.
Rich was kind of there. Like Tomasz, there was once upon a time where, Tomasz was like, I mean, I know times don't matter anymore, but he was like, he was stuck in the 58s. Keep me honest, Jack. He was in the 58s for a while, and then he just like firmly has dropped down into the sub 55s.
He was that guy who made world champs, but wasn't good enough to do any damage once he got there for a few years. And now
He'll eat you up.
yeah. And to answer your question, maybe Amy Bevilacqua for getting better with age.
Fair point. There's always someone. All right. Give me the Canadian Cole Earn. I don't know that we have seen someone have a quicker ascent into the elite field and then go to the top of the sport than Cole. I will once again ask the panel, can you Cole Earn 2 years ago was running 62s. And he almost broke the world record in DC at the time. And now is firmly in the front half of the Elite 15 race. I mean, his first Elite 15 race was Melbourne. And since then, he's gone 6-7-1. Phoenix did not go the way that he wanted to, but he's now a couple more in months into the Baynes method. I mean, look at that trend line. My God.
Whew, talk about a roller coaster season.
Yeah, he's on the downhill part of it.
His DC race utterly shocked me. I don't think
Say
anyone
more.
doubted he could get there, but that it just arrived like that so suddenly was just astounding. And I don't care what the adjusted time is, even if that is like accurate 54:11, that's still astounding. So this is kind of the prove it race, but I think I would argue he's
Did you
laid
call it
off
the
the board here.
proven race?
No, I would never stir those waters, Matt. But welcome back. That was witty. That was good. You're back on it.
All Bracken needed to see was the camera shot of Cole Learn passing me and Jack on the corner on the run course, lapping us and just blowing by us, and that's when he knew the ascension was there.
Over under one potential penalty in this race for rapid cooling. I hope he learned his lesson.
So actually, I got an update on that. The word on the street is that the reason why he was not penalized was because we've already talked about how there were different rules. There's different rules in place for the elites than there were for the age groupers. Rapid cooling in that race was not a penalty. It will be going forward for the elites, but it was not then, which is why he didn't get penalized for it. So the more you know.
Gotcha.
I feel pretty good. Cole and Sean, team's looking pretty scary. BK.
Linda Meyer. Linda Meyer.
Linda
reigning world champ. So far deep in this draft. 3rd round. I cannot be upset with that.
Does her late withdrawal from London scare you?
Every single HYROX athlete scares me. I think they're either too out of shape and they're injured, or they're way overtrained and they're burnt, or they're racing too frequently, or they haven't raced enough. Every hybrid athlete scares me.
That's a fair point. I mean, it's a pretty fair point. Everybody is on the razor's edge of tipping one way or the other.
And all of them have been proven right and wrong at certain times. Like sometimes the best thing to do is get injured and go on the ergs. Other times it's go train big run volume. Other times it's just like, I'm done trying to predict. I'm just drafting known commodities.
Yeah, Sinead didn't run for basically the entire fall and showed up to Melbourne and looked like a world beater. So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, last time,
towards Soleus and then had his breakthrough. It just doesn't make sense.
yeah, and the last time that we saw Linda on course in Phoenix, she drops 59.16, just misses the podium. So she always trends in the right direction throughout the season. A nice gradual buildup rather than trying to hold fitness from start to finish. So she could just be timing this right.
Is she going to be worse than 5th? She's 5th off the board here.
Probably not.
maybe. Possible. Probable? I don't know. Possible. Dawson.
Well,
Still can't
there's
pick
always,
Lucy.
There's,
She burns. She burns.
there's always a lot of comments on the top 5 videos, and we have a woman who is in discussion to be in the top 5 right now, not even chosen. This many picks in. Matt, I'm not a mathematician, but how is that possible? Lucy Proctor is still on the board, and she will remain on the board because I am picking Emily Dahmen.
You got me twice. You got to stop doing this, Dawson.
Got him.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and
Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that
I
old.
mean,
That's
Although
that
I
old,
did, I
that's
didn't
that
press
old,
enter. I just started typing and
That's that old ice fishing. It's ice fishing season in Wisconsin.
I don't know
yes.
anymore.
I mean, Emily Dahmen, dominant force. Look at that roller coaster. we're talking
Dominant.
about.
Yeah, I was gonna say change your last name to Emily Dominant.
Yeah. TM trademark.
Yep.
Right there.
This has been though a little bit of a roller coaster season, Jack.
I'll give you. She is the definition of that. Her wall ball, she cleans those up a little bit. She wouldn't have to worry about this race being her qualifier.
Are we sure she didn't play basketball or netball in the past? Is that her background? She likes to do the one-handed when she gets tired. But, yeah, I mean, outside of a few wall ball fiascos, she's been just near the front of every race she's in, always just takes command of every race, so she's gonna be up there and putting herself in it, so I feel like as, Matt says, I picked her whatever 5th or 6th woman off the board, she's not gonna get in that position.
It's fair. Like, the heartbreaking ride of her season it's all been caught on camera at the end of the race, and she knows what she has to change. Is 3 or 4 I think it's been about 3 weeks since London. Is that enough to make a meaningful change in wall balls? Bracken, your coach, what's your take on that? Because that seems to
Of
be her
course.
only chink in armor, yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. And it doesn't always matter. Like you can make a ton of improvement and then you get to the wall balls and you're trashed and you're right back to it. She might go unbroken. I have no clue. That's the thing about ending with the wall balls is that it's just such a crapshoot. We've seen really good wall ballers struggle, and some people who just weren't supposed to be that good at them put it together on certain days.
Is there another station that is more of a coin flip?
Seems like the burpees.
Especially with penalties thrown in there on burpees, that seems to be the biggest mover as well.
Right,
Because
but we see
people
people
are
move by,
faster,
like
period.
we see people move by, like, in the elite field, 15 to 25 seconds in burpees.
Sled
We
pull
can see
also, I'd
we
say.
can see people, but even we can see people move by minutes in wall balls. Like, if it goes wrong, it can go way wrong.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
We were seeing double digit penalties this past weekend. That's
Yeah.
that's unreal. Or no reps, I should say, not penalties.
Alright, Dawson, taking back on the turn.
And now there's like 4 women, and I can't choose between all of them because I would pick Lucy, but I've stuck my foot in the ground and said I can't. So I'm going with Luke Greer. Again, similar with Emily, he's just gonna be in the front of the race, and he's gonna get a lot of camera time, and he's gonna be up there. And how long can he hold on? That is the question.
He's holding on
So
further and further each time.
You really going with
exactly.
him, or should I delete his name?
Jack, I would never pull out the rug from under you 3 times.
Not
Come
3
on.
times. No way. You're gonna do it
Okay, that
next
trend line
week.
is insane. 64 a year ago, down to 53.40.
I bet you his wall ball
Mm.
times in each one of those races also is trending that exact same direction.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned Cole Learn with the how did he just come on the scene, and I think we found our rival right there.
Well, the difference is Luke Greer is a, uh, borderline sub-elite runner in his own right. Cole wasn't a
That doesn't
runner.
mean you can HYROX, though.
Right, I'm just saying if you were gonna choose someone who to be better at HYROX, would you choose a sub-elite runner or a power lifter?
You
Matt,
can
I
just
mean,
watch his stations improve in that trend line. You can just see as he figured out station and got deeper into races. It's kind of cool.
Matt thinks there are 30,000 sub-elite runners in the world, I think, because
Well, everyone who's not elite by definition is
it's
sub-elite.
sub-elite.
Yeah, see? Thank you. BK. Yeah,
Like, what's
Dawson,
sub-threshold?
shut up.
No
Well,
one
Matt
knows.
knows if you just run threshold, you'll break 70, so
Volume, volume, volume.
I'm about to cuss at you.
Well, I can't believe it happened again. I love that Dawson stands on business and he left me Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucy Proctor should not still be available, but she will continue to be available because I think he knows something that I
You
don't.
guys are jerks.
But on second thought, I just have to take her, Lucy Proctor.
I'm waiting. You don't have any stats to argue. I'm putting the foot down. If you wanna talk about results and
I
stuff.
wanted to take Lucy last time, and Dawson took her, and I will not let that slide again. I am taking Lucy. She has had a roller coaster of a trend line. No, she's solid. She's consistent. I believe that she's probably sub 60 this race, and whatever was going on with the dropout clearly wasn't that serious because of the heater she was on later in the weekend. And if anything, now she's fresher.
Does she
So
finish 7th in this race?
I think
No.
she finishes above 7th.
Yeah, correct.
So I
So
am
then, Matt,
officially taking Lucy.
who in front of her finishes below her? Call him out.
Let me look at this. I think Lucy finishes above Linda. I think Lucy finishes above Emily.
Wow.
Sounds like you're
And
about to pick Lucy if she.
I think Lucy
100%.
finishes ahead of Sinead.
Yeah, I think that Lucy
She
could
is.
finish.
I
Lucy
am
could
on
podium
record
this
saying
race.
she is the better partner.
Yeah,
I
Lucy
said that
could,
in this.
Lucy could,
And I'm
Lucy
on
could
record
podium
for
this
picking
race.
her last time and having her deliver. Well, I guess I tied with Matt, but
What happens? Sometimes everyone drops a steamer every now and then.
That's Socrates.
that was soccer.
I meant stinker. I'm not okay.
Potato.
We need to get this show over with. I don't know what's going on. I'm short circuiting.
Everyone drops a
Strangest
steamer
analogy.
nowadays.
Damn that stinker. Guys, I'm not okay. All right. For my 4th round pick, you know what? It's her debut. I don't give a shit. Alyssa McElhaney is coming in hot. Is it fair to say, Dawson, is it okay to say that she is a sub-elite runner?
That she is more sub-elite than Luke is sub-elite. I'll give you
Luke's
that.
Luke's a 2:21 marathon guy. We don't consider that sub-elite.
It is sub-elite, but it's not fringe elite.
Yeah.
Which is what sub-elite used to mean.
Depends
the
on what
conversion-
country.
What was the conversion
Depends on what
of
country.
Alyssa's marathon? Wasn't it like
2:34.
2:13 or no? The conversion
oh.
to a
No, yeah,
guy's
we can
time.
remember,
It was
Jack,
like
we converted her
2:13
to
or
men,
something.
and it was like 2:13.
Exactly,
that's
10 minutes faster than Luke. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Okay. Well, that's why I picked her. Look, she has come on the scene, stormed in. Her coach made a funny comment, and everyone kind of roasted her and him for it, but she's backed it up. You kind of have to throw that Glasgow race out the door. She had, what was it, 2.5 minutes of penalties?
She spit. So that's worth 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So she had 2.5 minutes worth of penalties and still finished 62:41. Stayed in Europe, went over to Toulouse, ran a sub 59 to 58:26. She might be, I can't believe I'm about to say this, she might be the best runner in the field.
I
So,
think she is the best runner in the field.
well,
Why would that be like a big reach?
because we've never seen someone go out with Lauren. And I just don't know. I think she's probably faster, but we've all seen Lauren Weeks run. All I know is I've got the 2 fastest women on my team, and I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, Matt, I have her ranked 5th in my how I would have drafted people. So kind of bummed my strategy. You have stolen everybody. So good for you. I wanted Alyssa. I'm gonna have to go with Ellie Stenfers, who easily could have gotten 2nd place last race in London, but then decided to run into one of her competitors in the wall balls. Hopefully she learned her lesson there. But she has looked so impressive, especially at the end of races.
She got a little bit of race brain. Doesn't affect the fact that she completed all the stations in 2nd place.
Yeah. And then my other pick, I'm gonna have to go Sika Arning. I feel like at this point she's too good to leave off the board, and being that person who ended up finishing in 2nd place in London, it's a heck of a recent performance.
This is a roller coaster season, Jack.
It's true, but look what
14-4,
part of the roller
12-3,
coaster we're on.
11-2.
I
I'm
know.
just gonna take 10th.
Every other
Also,
one.
I'm gonna run it back really quick because of the shade that I just took. There is a 5K from this year that Alyssa McElhaney ran. Anybody want to take a guess at what her time was? Chip time, Dawson, since you love chip time.
You confuse me and Ben so often. I don't care about chip time.
15:52.
16:58.
Oh, well, that
Nah.
doesn't track.
Nah. That was a road race with hills or something. That's not on a track.
I bet she ran it with like a stroller of her niece or something. And
Yeah.
so that's sub 17 with a stroller.
Or she paced a teammate to sub 17. Or a friend.
Yeah.
Just saying.
What's her marathon pace per 5K?
Yeah, faster than that probably.
I'll do the conversion.
Well, 234 is probably 550-ish.
5:52.
So she can only run 15 seconds faster or 10
Maybe it was
seconds
Hilly.
faster per-
Maybe it was Hilly. I'm just saying Lauren Weeks ran a 17:01 in a Decafit.
That is hybrid math right there. That's CrossFit 5K math right there.
That's something I would say, Matt. That was dumb.
Matt,
Oh,
you're rolling now. Take a pick.
we're going.
Yeah.
We're going.
The funny
Look.
thing is, despite Matt's brain not working, he's got a nasty team.
Yeah, it's about to get nastier. Give me my English twin, Charlie Bottrell.
Oh my goodness.
You want to talk about a roller coaster season?
Everyone has had a roll. I think that's like
Mm.
Till when he says drama.
This
Like
is an
roller
actual roller.
coaster.
Look at that trend line, though. This is an actual roller coaster. Look, Charlie's my dude, and it didn't work out for me last time. But the thing about Charlie is that it's a coin flip. You can see he ran, I don't even know how many races it wound up being. It was like 8 races the week of London. He got 9th in the elite race and then came back 3 days later and took first overall. He also got first in Glasgow. Phoenix, he was sick. I think that's an outlier. He got 3rd in Melbourne. I think that he is closer to the top than he is the bottom. He is also now the 8th dude off the board. And I think that's probably pretty fair for him. But I think he could do better than that. So feel good about Charlie.
If Sean Noble continues the beef and does swing on you, does Charlie take your side or his? Is he really your boy?
He
Is
takes
it
Sean's side
like
for sure.
a Great Britain alliance or is it a Thumb Brothers alliance?
That's what I'm asking.
I'm gonna fly to Wisconsin and beat your ass,
Which of us are you talking to?
Dawson. He just said that we look like thumbs.
No, you guys are twins. They're the Thumb Brothers.
Well, and just a little correction, Dawson. I don't think Ireland is part of Great Britain.
Correct. That's what he's saying.
is
He's
true.
saying
Oh,
I
I thought you said he was.
I
gonna
thought he
help-
was saying the
help Sean
opposite. Like
because of
maybe
that.
Charlie
I
would
thought
take my
Ireland
side.
was and North Ireland wasn't.
I think it's switched.
No, you're talking about the UK.
Yeah,
United
UK, not
Kingdom.
Great Britain.
Not Great
Oh,
Britain.
sorry. Yeah, I meant UK. My bad. My
Yeah.
bad.
And we have now officially pissed off every Englishman, Irishman, Welshman, and Scottish person that listens to this show. Please forgive our Wisconsin ignorance. We'll buy you all beer. Bracken.
I feel very happy to select Alan Ploy? Ploge? Ploch? I don't know how they use their J's.
Floyd.
But 6th,
I think we decided it's Alan Ploy.
6th in Phoenix. Granted, London wasn't a race to write home about. But top 6 in a recent major, I'm a happy man.
Was Dawson the one who had the great insight on which knee was injured heading into London?
Oh, yeah.
Based on this photo, Bracken, can you tell?
No, I'm distracted by the roller coaster chart.
Okay.
That's going the wrong direction for you, BK.
Well, right before an awesome, exhilarating drop.
Like
You've
that
been to
logic.
Six Flags, Matt.
Many times. I like that. All right, Dawson.
Well, I am going to go back-to-back picks.
Wow.
I'm going to go back-to-back men.
If I
I'm gonna
type
better
it,
just hang on,
Dawson,
Jack. You better just
if I
hang on,
type
Jack.
it, if I type the first letter of the name, it's official. This is ink. I'm in charge of the spreadsheet.
The double
it 3
L's,
times.
although they're not going to L this weekend, Liam and Louis.
And Luke right before that. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Liam.
So
you can't do this, by the way.
why not?
Oh yeah, because this will
Oh,
be
I
easy.
have to go.
You
I
have
have
to
to
pick
go
a girl.
woman. I can't do.
the whole ink thing. So I mean, just saying.
Why?
Well, then I am still going. I'm
Because
gonna
he
go
still
Louis.
has a
go-
female to pick.
I'm gonna go
Isn't
Louis
that
over
next
Liam.
round?
Well, I guess I have to pick 3 before the wild card.
Because he'd have Alex, Luke, and then this pick, and then his next pick cannot also be a male.
Oh, I was looking at the L's on there. I got you.
I'm gonna go with Louis Osalayer then over Liam.
Simply
Lucky I'm
because it was
nice.
already written down.
You found a
Exactly.
way. You found a way to
Exactly.
do it, Dawson.
Good trim
Yeah.
line.
Yeah, mostly just based off his London race was impressive, was right in qualifying position towards the end, was looking strong. And so, yeah, solely just based off the, London performance.
Fair. I mean, he is a member of the sub 54 club. I don't think too many people thought that was happening before London, and he's emerged.
Bracken.
Well, I'm just going to
Well,
take the homer pick.
I have one more pick because
Yeah,
Oh, shoot,
Dawson
that's
can
right. Yeah, sorry. You pick a woman.
and I will pick Danelle Lowe. And again, just, recent London took 4th, kinda just basing it off of, people that I saw mid-pack and progressing well through the race, in the London race as kind of the justification for the last 2, and, has really kind of made a big jump within the last few months here, so just overall trending in the right direction.
I mean, 2 of her
Remind
last
me to
3 races have
never
been sub an hour, and her other race was a win in 60:46. So yeah,
remind me to never go do HYROX Johannesburg. Someone who is a sub 60 athlete's putting down a 69. That elevation is no joke. That's why I will not be racing Denver. Rich can have that race. You can too, Jack. You'd probably beat me by 15 minutes.
definitely. Johannesburg, 57.51 feet above sea level, so a little higher than Denver, mile high.
Mm. All right, BK.
He's such a nice guy. Taking Jack Driscoll. I like our nation. I like Jack. You guys clearly don't, but I'm going to look good because of this.
Got the last minute call. You know that does not affect a guy who is a firefighter.
I've been giving Jack grief in the DMs. Jack is my homie, but I've been giving him grief in the DMs because he came out and said that he was cooked and he needed to recalibrate and take the rest of this, take some time off. And that was in DC. Since then, he's raced Houston, multiple races, Miami, multiple races. And now he's actually, he might already be there. He's over in Poland. But you know what, BK? I'm with you. I am a believer in Jack Driscoll. I think the dude works hard. And, sometimes all you need is someone to give you a chance. You just need to catch that break. You catch lightning in a bottle. I think we're going to see it. I'm
There's
pulling for you,
Nothing to
Jack.
lose.
And Bracken, you were doing recon for me. Jack is actually staying in the same hotel as
Ooh.
Marcus and I, so really doing some nice recon. And we may push some beds together. Who knows?
I think we should.
Yeah, I'm just now realizing, isn't this race in 3 days? And
Yeah.
Dawson, you're
Yeah.
in the office.
Yes, I leave tonight at 9:50. As a working man, I need to make
Is that going
sure
to affect
that
Raw Debo?
No, I mean, we're getting there Tuesday to we have 3 days to adjust. I think that's proper time.
3 days is totally fine. Like when I go to when I go to the Middle East, typically like I felt groggy for the first day, and then like a little better day 2, and then day 3 you don't even realize it. So you're gonna be fine.
Yes,
I feel
because
like
how
day
you
2 is
adjust, Jack, is how Dawson is going to adjust. That is how the human body works. So
yeah.
Just stay up late.
Yeah, plus
Dawson's a night owl.
I have dad Marcus, so my whenever I travel with him, our bedtime hours are much sooner than I would normally go to bed.
All right. I'm hoping that this is going to fall my way. I'm guessing that it's not, but that depends on what Jack does. Give me the other L that I thought that Dawson was going to take, Lena Putters.
She was gonna be my other pick.
Lena has also had a little bit of a roller coaster season going all the way back to Hamburg. She caught that penalty. She likely would have been in third, but she has bounced back and she has been incredibly consistent this year. London did not go the way that she wanted. However, I do think that she's got a chance to grab a qualifier. So I am taking the German.
I mean, realistically, Matt, you have your past 2 picks are athletes who have and very likely could have podiumed at a major, and you're getting them in round 5 or 6. So a lot of value.
Feel pretty good.
Okay. I am going to choose Martin Enthoven with my last pick. We gave him a shout out for the website, so I feel like gotta pick him here. But he's also a pretty solid athlete, taking 7th place in London. And this isn't his first major, raced in Melbourne as well, a lot closer to home. So I feel like having a little bit more experience right now, back-to-back races being in the 54s, Martin is trending in the right direction.
Now that Jack has made his final pick,
No,
final. Go
don't
ahead.
forget, I've got back-to-back picks, wild card.
Well, I was going to say
Oh.
I'm doing a callback here. Your crystal ball is officially shattered because this race is confirmation that Richard Hynek is not going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Oh,
Yeah, it's true, but was I right about Calypso at least?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So half the crystal ball is still intact, but yes, I agree. Richard did get a chance. I think his best finish was 9th. Good for him. I'm happy, but I expected a little better. Okay. So I have one pick. Let's go. Let's go Kat Parnell. I feel like she had a rough break on wall balls. Could have qualified earlier this season. Always kind of she's 6th to 7th in the 2 big races that she's running recently. I'm getting her. Shut up, Dawson. And I'm getting her my last pick as a wild card. Happy with that.
I mean, this could not have fallen better to me. This is exactly what I wanted. Give me Chloe Cook. Chloe Cook has kind of quietly come on to the scene this season. She has, since getting back into racing in 2025, she's got a 61:53 at HYROX London back in the fall. Then she did a 60:04 at HYROX Katowice, and then she ran a 60:48 in Copenhagen. Um, Very firmly trending in the right direction. I think that she has got an outside chance here of getting one of those final qualifying spots. And if my math is right, which it's typically not, but it's pretty easy to do here looking at the board, she's the 14th woman off the board. She's not getting 14th. She's not getting 15th either. So
Well, that's what I'm going to pick.
I say that, and then there's about to be a massive penalty controversy. And we're getting something crazy is going to happen.
Matt, I
BK.
don't like complimenting you very often, but that's exactly who I was going to take. It's a great pick. I was about to give my acceptance speech of how did she fall this far down, and you got to give it instead. So I'm not a big fan of that, but it allows me to take, for the 2nd draft in a row, Graham Halliday.
Big G.
Until it's over, I'm not saying it's over. He's a KG vet. He's been here. He knows what to do. Whew, if this were a roller coaster, this would be the most exciting pinnacle and drop of
Jack, is that right? 460
He,
seconds?
he did a race second race of the day, 75 minutes. So
that
yeah.
descent would have been just phenomenal. But he's actually had a very, very solid year. And London didn't go his way. But if anybody in this field has been around long enough to know how to dial things a little bit for this, I've got to think Graham knows how to get the most out of himself when it counts. And this is his biggest race of the year.
And he knows how to finish. So wall balls, he can make up a few spots on a pick this low. So that's always a benefit.
Why did he not do a regional?
He didn't qualify for time, I don't think.
He wasn't in at all.
Wasn't in. So we look at this race in terms of who's already in. Ronk in, Charlie is in, Cole is in, Dylan is in. That's 4. Sean is in 5. Tim is in 6. Tomash is in, right? 7. Anybody that I missed?
I believe you're correct. So 8th place, yeah, assuming that those are the top
Yeah.
7 finishers.
So, I mean, this thing could roll down to 10. And if you ask me, I don't know that it will, but if you ask me, can Graham Holiday get top 10 in this race? 100%.
He knows he has one shot, so we're just going to get the best version of him. Sometimes that means you blow up, but he's at least going to have to put himself in it.
If he had one shot, one opportunity to capture it or let it slip. Dawson.
Well, you guys let me keep my my double L. I will take Liam McCreary. Can't believe you guys didn't trust my picks, and I wanted to pick him. I wanted to pick him 8 picks ago, and nobody did. So I'll take him.
A lot
And
of trust with your picks this episode.
Says the guy who had 3 DNFs.
I am stamping this as a fact. All of my finishers will finish the race. Every single one of them.
I don't know that I would take that bet.
All of your finishers will finish the race?
All of my chosen participants will finish the race. And Liam, he may be in the same small group as somebody on this panel. So, I may have some inside information, but that's just,
It's quite the way to announce that Liam is a part of Team Rich. So,
well, if maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I said maybe, allegedly.
Maybe it's a male's mixing app.
And who said that I'm with Rich? So, I could be getting my programming done by anyone.
And Dawson's been lying about people this entire draft. So
it's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. We did it. Jack, read off your team.
Got Joanna Wettrick, Dylan Scott, Tomasz Tverdik, Ellie Stenfers, Seka Arning, Martin Enthoven, and Kat Parnell.
And the winning team for the 3rd draft in a row, Lauren Weeks, Sean Noble, Cole Learn, Alyssa McElhaney, Charlie Bottrell, Lena Putters, and Chloe Cook.
It's a decent team, but tying is not winning. Any athlete will tell you that. So don't claim that as 2 wins in a row. That was not.
Exactly.
You shared 2nd place. I have Tim, Viv, Linda, Lucy, Alan, Jack, and Graham. And because I don't stand on ceremony, I'm not going to try to go and pronounce everyone's last name all European, Jack.
It's TVR. It's such an easy syllable for English speakers.
Dawson.
And I know my last draft was a blip on the radar, but I just want it to be known that every other draft that I've done, I've finished either 1st or 2nd. So that was a one-time occurrence.
This is a what have you done for me lately sport.
On Jack's little thing where he shows Matt as a piece of poop trophy.
This one?
None of those are from.
You see those ones?
None of those are from last year's draft. If we bring in last year's draft, Marcus and I are going to look a lot better.
Last time I checked, it says season 8 standing, so I don't care what you did last year.
Hey, well, I don't know if you know this, Jack, but people are still qualifying for majors based on performances from last year.
I would be giving you points.
Read your team, Dawson. Read your
team.
In
reality, I have 1st overall, Sinead, then Ronk, Emily Dahman, Luke Greer, Louis Ostelier, Danelle Lowe, and Liam McCrory.
All right. As always, let us know where we got it right or wrong in the comments. I was stroking out this entire episode. I already know that B Stud King, Phil Astles, and others will be all up on me in the YouTube comments. And all I got to say to that is fucking bring it, boys. Adrian Riley might get in there too. YouTube's been spicy lately. A lot of people have been coming at the boys on the YouTube. We got doubles racing this weekend. Who's got the list?
I don't know, but Dawson's also going to be in the comments.
I am usually
he's first. Yeah, Dawson's typically the first.
I'm an avid commenter.
Yeah,
I support my friends.
Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. We don't care about the rest of the teams. This is what the people want to know. Is 200 pounds of grade A USDA beef going to go over to Poland and secure a spot? Will you put your name on the check?
Unfortunately, the check won't be that big, but it doesn't have to be that big if you're going to qualify, and Raw Debo is going to qualify.
It's all about, it's not how big the check is, it's how you use the check, is what they say.
And we used our DC check to fly to Poland, so it's how you use it.
So, will you secure a qualifying spot?
I thought I already guaranteed it. Wasn't that?
You are
what I
guaranteeing.
just
All
said?
right. Are you going to take down the Triangle Boys, or are they still Marcus's daddy?
So we do not have to take down the Triangle Boys to qualify. So
That's not the question I asked.
the
I
buffer.
understand that you don't, but will you? Or will they still be Marcus's daddy after this weekend?
if Dylan doesn't race well day one, they will beat us. If Dylan races well, we have a chance.
Dylan's on my team. Let's do it.
If I'm Dylan, I'm simming the day before the pro race. You got to pre-fatigue those legs a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we see a world record.
He's over there already, and he did a big ass workout on either yesterday or the day before, and he said that he had 96 hours to come back down. And I was like, brother, I think you're doing it wrong. I think you need to accelerate the next 96 hours. That's typically how his best race of Phoenix was his third one.
He was on a stationary bike that was squeaking every single rotation, every single pedal, and for like 2 hours. I don't know how he got through that.
There's got to be a backyard ultra he can jump in today and just kind of get some of.
Ooh, that's a good question. Would Dylan Scott be the best representative of HYROX at the BPN Backyard Ultra?
No, I think you need Hugo Huge Mark there.
Hugo Huge. All right.
Those
Anything else,
be on
boys?
an erg in their pit.
They wouldn't even stop. They're just 2,000 or 2K ski erg.
Yep. Sounds like people need to get to work. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
It's going to be exciting for anybody who wants to watch it in the U.S. 1:30 p.m. females, 3 p.m. Eastern time males this Thursday.
Love a Thursday race. All right, we did it. Like and subscribe to the drop. Like and subscribe to the pod wherever you get your pod, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. We did it. Appreciate you all. Everybody, have a wonderful week. We'll see you in the YouTube comments. Later.